Okay guys, as you saw, I did get the hood on Seemore painted, but not clear coated, and it's been a bit of a process. I'd show you the result, but I'll have to revert to a previous clip, which is going to be shown right here.
Match is fairly good, a little bit lighter, but right now this is only the base coat. Weather got too cold for me to put the clear on it.
Okay, and we're back, and the reason I'm not showing you the current is because it's 0 dark 230. One thing I wanted to do was show you guys the products that I used, and I'm going to try and do this in a way. I'm not endorsing any particular product, but I'm going to try and show you the stuff that I used. So, without further ado, I don't have the can to show you the etch primer I used, but this is a high build primer filler that I used, and yes, it's a rattle can. I followed that up. I needed a little bit more, so after that I went to the white primer, and this was all bought from the same place. This is the 2-in-1 white primer, and as I said, it's a rattle can again, and then the base coat is a custom filled rattle cans. Again, I used well, you can see the make there, but it just happens to be the company that I bought it from. And finally, we got a couple cans of acrylic clear coat that I will be using when the weather permits, likely in the spring. Total amount used: the light gray, I used just a little bit of a can of the etch primer. Light gray, I did a couple of coats of that, and I ended up doing 4 coats of the white primer, so I had good build, and there turns out to be about approximately 5 coats of the almost 6 coats of the custom mixed white rattle can, and I'm anticipating needing half a dozen coats of that, and I have 2 cans of that, so that's what I used. Hard to believe, isn't it? You can get decent, inexpensive paint jobs from rattle cans. I would have preferred to shoot regular paint. However, when I went to buy it, the shop wouldn't sell it to me because I'm not a body shop. And I had called them and ordered, told them what I was shooting, and I told them how much I needed sprayable. And went to pick it up, and that's what they had ready for me. Kind of sucked. I wish they had told me that on the phone when I ordered it. Just shutting the garage down for the night. My back is bugging me again today, so I won't be doing anything else tonight, which also makes sense because it's like, I don't know, 2:30 in the morning or something. Yep, 2:36. I think you can see the clock there. Move toward there. 2:35, 2:36 in the morning. And I think it's time for me to call it quits for the night. So there you go, my rattle can paint job. Next time I'm going to the body shop that used to sponsor my racing. And hopefully the owner hasn't retired yet, or is still healthy. You know, a lifetime of working at the body shop with the isocyanate paints and everything has wreaked havoc with him. It's actually a guy I went to high school with, and I last saw him 5 years ago, and he was starting to have some trouble, so hopefully he's still okay, and I'll have to drop by if nothing else to at least say hello. And you know, I don't mind paying for the stuff, but I wish I had known that that company wouldn't sell it to me, because I likely could have even ordered it through a couple other people I know that work in body shops. Where else am I here? I think that's it for now. Yeah, I was lucky the body shop that my high school chum owns. It's family business. His dad owned it and then handed it down to him and his sister. And I guess when he was just out of school, he worked there, and his mom did most of the office stuff, and his dad worked in the shop, and he always had vehicles that he would fix. So he was, you know, doing stuff in the body shop likely before he could drive. And I think his sister is running the office part. When his dad retired from running the shop or whatever. And they did a great deal for me the years I was ice racing. They provided me paint for the race car, enamel, acrylic enamel, the paint, the hardener, the reducer, stir sticks. They threw in a couple handfuls of rolls of tape for me, tack rags, tack cloths, and 3 years of painting the race car. And you're ice racing, you painting fenders and stuff. Having a body shop as a sponsor, you want to make sure the car looks good whenever it's out there. And there was also the rules that you had to have your car looking decent when it started the weekend, based on the 50-50 rule, which is kind of a standard rule when you're talking racing. The car has to look good from 50 feet away when it's going past at 50 miles an hour. But having a body shop sponsor and it being somebody I knew, I made sure that I kept the car relatively straight. including after I rolled it. When was that? The first year that I raced? Yeah, the first year I raced it, I rolled the car, and luckily I had a tire shop that also was sponsoring me and had given me a nice sized heated shop, and I went in there, and from Sunday night when we got back from racing out of town till Friday night when I was putting the car back on the trailer for the next weekend, 38 hours of body work and painting and repairs, which, 38 hours doesn't sound like a lot, but when you're working a 40-hour work week, it adds up, plus chasing 3 boys to hockey. Actually, no, that wouldn't have been 3. That would have only been 2, because that was before the youngest one was born. No, it wasn't. He was just a baby, 4 years old when I was racing, 4 or 5. So yeah, he was around. But so 2 of them were playing hockey. So anyway, I'm going to let you go so I don't babble on. So there you go. You can get a decent paint job with rattle cans if you have to. Time will tell how long it lasts. I think I prepped really well. I have a tendency to do that when I even paint things that are painted with, like if I'm painting stuff with latex or oil around the house, if I'm painting trim on the house or anything like that, I tend to prep much more thoroughly than other people. So I would think that the preparation was likely good. And come spring, I'll just have to give it a real light scuffing and shoot the clear. So, I'm going to let you go. Take it easy. Have a good one.